Are you preparing for any kind of exams? Here are very important question answers from Ulysses, a poem by Alfred Lord Tennyson. If you study these questions properly, you will have a proper understanding of the poem. So without any delay, let's start with the first question. Why is Ulysses unhappy with his kingly duties? The answer is Ulysses yearns for adventure and new experiences, making his kingly duties feel unfulfilling. Next, what does Ulysses think of his subjects? Ulysses views his subjects as somewhat savage, primarily focused on basic needs like eating and sleeping, and they are unfamiliar with his adventurous life. Next, what knowledge has Ulysses gained from his travels? Answer: Ulysses has gained extensive knowledge about various places, cultures, and the ways of the world through his wide ranging travels. Next, how does Ulysses' attitude towards travel appear unending? Answer: Ulysses' statement, I cannot rest from travel, and forever and forever when I move, reflects his unending desire for travel and adventure. Next, what does Ulysses mean by as though to breathe well life? Answer: Ulysses implies that life is more than just breathing, it's about seeking adventure and embracing challenges. Next, what is Ulysses' ultimate yearning? Answer: Ulysses yearns for endless knowledge, which he compares to a sinking star, symbolizing its limitless nature. Next, who is the speaker addressing in the second part of the poem? Answer: in the second part of the poem, Ulysses addresses the reader, creating a direct connection. Next, why does Ulysses want to pass his kingdom to his son? Answer: Ulysses intends to pass his kingdom to his son, believing that his son can rule responsibly while he continues his adventures. Next, how will Telemachus transform his subjects? Answer: Telemachus will transform his subjects through patience and tenderness, making the rugged people more gentle and civilized. Next, how are Ulysses and his mariners similar? Answer: Ulysses and his mariners are alike because they have toiled, suffered, and fought together during their adventures. Next, what are the possible outcomes of their travels? Answer: their travels may lead to two possibilities. Either the sea might claim them, or they may reach the happy isles and meet legendary figures like Achilles. Next, what motivates Ulysses to seek new adventures? Answer: Ulysses is motivated by his longing for new experiences and the thrill of exploring uncharted lands. Next, what is Ulysses' view of a life without adventure? Answer: Ulysses believes that a life without adventure is dull and unfulfilling, akin to rusting away. Next, how does Ulysses describe the prospect of settling down? Answer: Ulysses describes settling down as a form of stagnation, a life devoid of purpose and excitement. Next, what does Ulysses mean when he says, I am a part of all that I have met? Answer: Ulysses means that his experiences have shaped him and he carries a piece of every place and person he has encountered within him. Next, what metaphor does Ulysses use to describe his old age? Answer: Ulysses compares his old age to a sunset, suggesting the approaching end of his life's journey. Next, why does Ulysses believe that knowledge is like a sinking star? Answer: Ulysses sees knowledge as an endless pursuit, much like a star sinking beyond the horizon, always beyond reach, but worth pursuing. Next, what are the happy isles mentioned in the poems? The happy isles are a mythical paradise where Ulysses hopes to find peace and fulfillment in his later years. Next, what does Ulysses mean by to follow knowledge like a sinking star? Answer: Ulysses means that he will pursue knowledge relentlessly, even though it may be challenging and elusive, like a star sinking below the horizon. Next, why does Ulysses feel that he is honored among his peers? Answer: Ulysses feels honored among his peers because of his adventures and the recognition he has received for his deeds. Next, how does Ulysses describe his son, Telemachus? Answer: Ulysses describes Telemachus as someone who is capable of ruling and transforming their people with patience and wisdom. Next, who is the Greek hero also known as Ulysses? Answer: Odysseus. Next, in Greek mythology, which goddess kept Ulysses captive on her island for several years? Answer: Calypso. Next, what mythical creature did Ulysses and his crew encounter on their journey according to the poem? Answer: Cyclops. Next, who are the lotus eaters mentioned in the poem and what do they represent in Greek mythology? Answer. The lotus eaters are a reference to the people in the land of the lotus eaters who consume the lotus flower, inducing a state of forgetfulness. In Greek mythology, this represents temptation and a desire to forget one's responsibilities. Next, in the poem, Ulysses expresses a desire to reach the happy Isles. Who is one of the famous Greek heroes associated with the Isles of the Blessed? Answer. Achilles is one of the famous Greek heroes associated with the Isles of the Blessed. Next, who is the Greek goddess of wisdom and strategy mentioned in Ulysses? Answer. Athena. Next, which character from the Trojan War is Ulysses also known as in the poem? Answer. Odysseus. Next, in Greek mythology, which epic poem narrates the adventures of Ulysses on his journey back to Ithaca? Answer. The Odyssey by Homer. Next, who is the sorceress in Greek mythology who turned Ulysses' crew into swine? Answer. Circe. Last question. In the poem, Ulysses mentions the topless towers of Ilium. What do these towers represent in Greek mythology? Answer. The topless towers of Ilium are a reference to the city of Troy, known for its role in the Trojan War, which is a central element of Greek mythology. Thank you. Also check the shorts in my channel, which will help you a lot to understand the poem in a better way. Thank you so much. Subscribe the channel and hit the like button for more.